watching Govs Radio. This is where you go if you want to see something or if you want to hear something funny. Coming up in just a couple of minutes. This is a joke I told. What? I'm not on Gov Radio? Call the police. Call my agent.
Tony, welcome to Govs.
Hey, Joe, how are you?
I gotta pat you down though, pal.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
Got anything on you? Anything I should know?
I got nothing.
Anything weird going on?
What?
Alright, you go in, Tony. Good.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Tom Kelly of The Tom Kelly Show. Yes, this is not the only time I've gotten on my knees in the back room of a comedy club.
The Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show is also brought to you by Two Eagles Auto Body. For more than 25 years, Two Eagles Auto Body has been the leader in auto body repairs and customer satisfaction on Long Island. Two Eagles Auto Body handles every type of auto repair, from custom applications and restorations to repairs involving insurance claims. Give Two Eagles Auto Body a call and please ask for John Rossi at 516-328-2527. That's 516-328-2527.
Hey, how do you say there, people? It's Johnny Brennan, creator of the Jerky Boys, also of Fox TV's Family Guy fame. I just want to let you know you're listening to Tony on the Knockem Dead Radio Show. They're gonna keep knocking them dead, so keep listening, you wacky sons of bitch. Right there. Over and out there, sweet Charlie.
Long time no see, man. Hey, man, I miss you guys, man, at Knockem Dead Comedy Radio.
Hey, Tony, you're not funny, and you probably shit yourself a lot, and you're no fun to be with, and you don't make that much money, and you're not going anywhere in show business, and I hope you get hit by a bus.
and go there for a minute, wasn't it?
It sure was. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. Let's see. Let me do that so I have some kind of graphic up there. Hi everybody. Welcome to the Knockem Day Comedy Show here on Gov's Comedy Club podcast, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging with us today. We're coming at you live from the legendary Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, and of course, on like every Tuesday, we have legendary Diane Fogarty here with us.
That's funny.
My apologies. It's true. You are a legend.
Legendary?
In my book,
in
you
my
are.
own mind? No.
Mine too.
Okay.
And I
I'll
appreciate
take it.
I appreciate your patience as I sitting here like fussing and going crazy, and I appreciate your patience as we weren't able to do the show yesterday. Tech issues that we're hoping to have taken care of soon, and we barely got it going today. Every day is just like it's really literally a crapshoot every day, and I don't know if it's going to work until I hit the button to start streaming live. So
Well, here we are.
Yay!
Woo!
Oh.
You okay?
Oh,
Take a
better
breather.
now,
Take
yeah.
a breather.
Be just fine. You just keep on touching. Friend or touch and go there for a minute. That's how I spend every morning. Yeah. But it's not a minute. It's not that long for you. Whew. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Yeah, you look like you got some sun.
I didn't. It's fake.
Oh, it's fake?
Yeah. So I don't really go, I'm getting up there. I'm older.
It.
And so I just don't spend a lot of time in the sun, but I like to look like I do. And I had a birthday party to go to this weekend,
Yeah.
and I have these really cool tanning wipe things, and I go like that when I get out of the shower, and I'm tan.
Tanning wipes. I didn't know. I've never heard of that.
They're great.
Wow.
I'll do a little plug. They're L'Oreal Sublime tanning wipes. They come in like a little packet, and they're about the double size of a double baby wipe. And when you shower, and then you just rub it all over, and the next day you're nice and tan.
Yeah, you look great.
Completely fake. I haven't been in the sun.
I'm sorry I gave you secrets away. Sorry
Thank
about
you.
that.
No, it works. It works. That's great.
Oh, all right, good.
You didn't say, "Oh, what's that orange streaky stuff all over you?" So that was great. You said I look tan.
You're not
That's what I was
streaky
going
or
for.
orange. Yeah.
There you go.
Especially the streaky part. Nobody wants to look a little streaky. That could be bad. So my apologies for yesterday. I had the craziest day yesterday. I got up late, and I'm just putting it all out there. I know you're sitting here, and but I think
for it.
I think you're used to me by now.
I like it. Go for it.
Cool. I'm like clockwork. When I get up every morning, I poop every morning. As soon as I get up, like clockwork. And if I don't feel right.
I
You with me?
understand completely.
All right.
I am completely with you on that.
And that happened yesterday. So I got up late, then I couldn't poop. So now my mood's already shot. Get here, and I get here early to make sure everything is all set up. I'm here, probably around 9:30. Setting up, making sure everything's good. But again, you don't know until you hit the actual button to go live. And I can't even do a test run because that could screw some things up. So I don't even know until 10:55. So I'm here at 9:30, 10:55, boom, and I can't get it working. I tried a million things, never got it working. So
Until I walked in.
Well, you are
And
the
then
magic.
like magic.
Boom. Which
That's it.
that goes without saying. So that's fine. You come in here every day. It's
There you
fine with
go.
me. They'd rather see you. So then I'm like, shit, I just wasted an hour and a half sitting here. So and I go home, and then so I go home and I'm all pissed off, and I'm trying to do other things, get my mind off it. But it was really I didn't tell anybody this. I really went through a moment yesterday. I thought I was dying.
Really?
Or having a heart attack. I swear to you, I'm at the computer, I'm trying to do other things, and I'm like sweating. And and a few minutes later I'm sweating even more. I'm like, what in the world is going on here? And then boom, sure enough, I felt it. And again, I warned you, so I'm just going out there with it, and I feel comfortable to tell you this. The sickest, most disgusting,
Wow.
I exploded.
Wow. Okay.
But it was great because then my body was
felt
like,
good afterwards, right? You didn't
totally.
continue to be sick after that.
No,
that was
I
it.
was fine. There was a little maybe about 10 minutes after, I think my
So
stomach
you
was
didn't
like,
feel right when you didn't go, and your body wasn't feeling it either.
Right.
It had went into let's do something about this.
absolutely. And thank goodness, because I'm not smart enough to figure anything out.
Listen,
So my
people
body just did.
like us, because I like you also like to go every single morning,
Nice.
and people like us are lucky because I'm around people all the time who say, "Oh, I haven't gone in 3 days." And I think,
yeah.
how could you even live like that?
Yeah. Because
I
you
would
can
lose my
feel
mind.
it. Yep.
Oh, what a terrible feeling.
And it is. It's a nice
Can't
way to
imagine.
start the day. Because then
It
you feel.
is.
And I have a
Now
bidet.
you're refreshed and ready to go.
And I have a bidet. Do you have a bidet?
I do not.
You should get a bidet.
I should.
You're a bidet person. I can feel it.
I don't think I am.
Really?
I don't know. I've seen a few. I've never. My daughter has one in her new house.
And you didn't try it?
I did not.
Really?
Yeah.
Try it.
Okay, maybe next time I go visit.
It's a little funky at first because and it's cold.
Yeah.
But after a while you get used to it, and
It's refreshing.
it is. And you use less paper, and it's just because you're just you're clean. Like you don't have to sit there and like. I'm one of those guys that uses like a whole roll to wipe until I'm clean. Yeah, like no, I just turn on the water. I bring the phone out. I just let the water run for a minute. Sometimes I have to change position a little bit.
Let it get in there. In the nooks and crannies.
The nooks and crannies. Make sure it's all. See, I knew I could bring this up in front of you.
Absolutely.
Met fan.
It's good to
rock
know
and roll.
this about you, actually.
Is that right?
Yes.
so you have good reasons why you would never come back.
You're all nice and clean. That's good.
The guy just hits on me all the time and then talks about his dumps. He's a freak. I told you Frank was a nice one.
No.
So then, so that made me feel better. But then so then yesterday, Jackie the Joke Man is. Jackie, he used to be on Howard Stern.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
He's been in here a million times, and I would never, I don't know, I'm not sure if I would do that to you, bring him in on a Tuesday. He comes in often. You might, walk out of here feeling.
I don't think so.
Although, you probably could put up with him.
I could put up with him.
Yeah. All right, I'll have to set that up. But he has a show with a comedian named Peter Bales. And they're both.
I know Peter Bales.
Oh, you know Peter Bales?
Yes.
Personally, or you just know who he is?
No, I've been to. So my friend, whose birthday it was this past weekend, Frank Macri, does comedy shows.
Yes, he does.
And so Peter Bales has been to.
Okay.
We
were talking about that before we went on the air. That's why Jay was there.
Mm-hmm.
Jay says this guy Macri is the guy who basically got him into comedy. He's like a mentor to Jay.
I mean that's how I met Jay. He did some of those shows, and it's just fun.
I have not had the pleasure, but I've heard great things about the man.
Well, I'm sure you will at some point.
Yeah, I hope to. Yeah,
to make that happen.
Maybe
the next time he has a show, he can come on and plug it.
That's a good idea. We'll
That
get
would
him
be
in
a
on a
great
Tuesday.
idea. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would love to meet him. I've heard nothing but great things from a lot of different guys.
And he always does it for for charity.
Oh, is that right?
Usually in autism or something similar.
okay.
He's got some families that he works with who have children. And so it's always an event, a charity event.
Okay.
And, people come out and
Very
it's nice.
That's great.
Nice, yeah.
And I have an autism story, but I want to get through this first. So, so Jackie and Peter, and Jackie is, a legend, and Peter Bales, especially on the local level, is a legend. He's been doing comedy since the 70s. So they have a show that they do. It's called Stand Up Memories, and they invited me to be on the show, which to me, and I said this to them when we did the show yesterday, to me that's like the equivalent of being asked to, by governors to perform on their stage.
Oh.
It's like, so to be invited
Big
by
deal.
these two comedy legends to appear on their show, I don't know, I didn't even feel like I deserved it, but so I ran a little late on time. Oh, because I have to pick my daughter up from her special needs camp, her bus stop, so I had to pick her up. I had to get her home. I had to change, and so I was running late. So then I'm heading to the studio where they do their show, and 2 cars in front of me, a car accident happens.
Ugh.
So, and being the selfish prick I am, I don't care if anybody's hurt. I'm just like, fuck, I'm
I
late.
gotta get around.
Son of a bitch. A truck so I'm driving north on a 2-lane road. Well, 2 lanes going each north and south. There was a moving truck.
So 1 lane in the direction you're moving.
No,
Oh,
no,
2
that's what I'm
lanes
saying.
each.
2 lanes each.
Oh, okay, I got you.
A moving truck was backing into the driveway of a house that's on this street.
Mm-hmm.
So the only lane he's not blocking is I'm in the right lane. going north. That's the only lane that's not blocked. So, guy in the left lane, he comes in to go around the truck, but meanwhile, a car that was heading south decides to come, and bam!
Oh Lord!
And everybody's slamming on the brakes. Everybody's trying to get out of the way, and like I said, I'm just like I'm freaking late.
Yeah.
So I'm looking. Everybody gets out of their cars. They're all just yelling at each other. The movers on the side of the street yelling at each other. This was a real clusterfuck, and I'm a big fan of clusterfucks. When
it's not yours.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's when I just, you get the popcorn, you just sit back and you watch it all unfold. Luckily, their studio is right on the Hicksville-Plainview border. And growing up in Hicksville, I can drive through Hicksville with my eyes closed. So immediately I'm just, get my bearings. And I see that I can make a quick left because, everything is open now because nobody's moving. So, boom, I go around some blocks and I make my way back. So I was only 3 minutes late. That's how anal I am. I was actually looking 3 minutes late. So, so I got to do the stand-up memories yesterday. There we go. There's Jackie. He's old and senile, so he doesn't know what he's doing. And Peter looks very confused. But they're old, and that's what happens. But had a great time yesterday on stand-up memories. Season 5, and I have no idea when it's airing. But I'll let you know when I find out. But thank you, Peter. Thank you, Jackie.
Cool.
That was fine. And then I had to come straight here to do a show last night, and everything worked. So
So it didn't work in the morning, but it worked at night.
Yeah. Again, just a big crapshoot, kind of experimenting and messing around with things, trying to make it work, which is basically what happened this morning too. But at least I'm glad it's working. So let's see. Let's get this the comments. Wow, a lot of comments here. John Rosiello, just to let you know, I would love to see you streaky. I'm going to guess he's talking.
John.
Yeah, I think he's talking to you and not me. I think that's a safe bet. Fremder, diarrhea is hereditary because it runs in your genes. Wow, that was very polite of you. Yeah. Ha ha. You don't get much more fake laugh than that. Ha ha. You actually say the words. Ha ha. Too much Italian gives me pizzeria.
Funny.
All right. This one's actually pretty funny. It seems like the studio equipment and your butthole have something in common. Now, that's a good one. That's funny. Okay. My bidet came with the remote. I'm not sure why. I guess in case I have to use it while I'm on the couch. Yeah, that would be funny to have a remote for the bidet. Come on me. Well, he's trying to sing Daylight Come and I want to go home.
Oh, the Deo.
Yeah, Fremder's loaded with them today. A constipated math teacher works it out with a pencil. Ugh. I find narcissistic people to be oftentimes constipated because they don't give a shit. Yes. When driving, getting hit from the rear is also known as the deliverance. Then Frank C. is watching. Good morning, Frank. I always drive through Hicksville with my eyes closed. Yeah, that's the level of our family here of people who watch. Yeah. All right, so you gave me a nice segue. All right, first of all, I'm all over the place. How are you?
I'm great.
Yeah, yes, you are.
Yeah.
You are great. Very nice. So you gave me a little segue into the autism thing. So I came across an article which intrigued me. It says, a miracle trial claims that severe autism can be reversed and sometimes be reduced if a child is treated regularly from a young age. A two-year study involving 2 twin girls in the United States were diagnosed with autism at 20 months old. As part of this pioneering research, the program was designed to help both girls thrive and flourish. Scientists are claiming the program was a success, with the twins seeing dramatic changes in their symptoms. One of the girls, they're saying twin P. I don't know why they're just not doing A and B or 1 and 2. Twin P saw her score on the Autism Treatment Evaluation Checklist dramatically drop from 43 out of 180. From 43. So 180 questions. She got 43 right in March 22. She got. All right, sorry. So she got 43 out of one. Dramatically dropped from 43 out of 180. So I would take that 43 right.
So I would think the I think
43
the
wrong?
lower the number out of 180
Oh, that's her score.
is right, and the higher the number gets, the worse your symptoms
Okay,
are.
yes,
So
you're
you
absolutely
wanna
right.
Lower her
I don't.
symptoms.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
totally messing up. Right. So she went March 22. She went from a 43 to in October 23. She went to a 4.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's a big deal.
The doctor Chris Diadamo from the University of Maryland said one of the twin symptoms were reversed to the point of being indistinguishable from children who had never had a history of autism
Wow.
symptoms. The twins' functions are comparable to those who never had an autism diagnosis. All right, now the other twin L, her score was 76. She went down to 32.
Okay, so she had much greater symptoms, but still improved a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
Although I would think 32 would still be a autism diagnosis.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's why they call it's a spectrum, right? Because
Well,
there are
right.
different levels of.
Look at you.
Yeah.
You
Well, I
you're
know
good.
a little bit about it, but I don't,
As a part of the study, which was published in the Journal of Personalized Medicine, the twins underwent behavioral analysis and speech therapy. They also stuck to a strict gluten-free diet, which with 0 ultra-processed foods. 0. That's hard
It's
to
very
do.
interesting though how they're finding that diet can be directly related to a lot of this.
Yes.
Stuff, right.
Well, there was.
Things that you never thought, because for a lot of people it won't. I mean, it's kind of like, COVID in the same thing. There are people who didn't affect at all, and then people die from it. It's,
I think it's. I think I'm stating the obvious here that a natural, or as close to natural, the more natural your diet can be, the better off.
right.
With
Our bodies were
everything.
not designed to process a lot of the things that
Right.
happen. What they do to food now. So
I mean,
some people are okay with it, and others just react horribly.
And
to
I'll use my brother as an example. Frank, if I'm assuming he's watching, it's probably, excuse me, it's got to be probably like 12, 13 years ago. Have you known him that long? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, you have, because we've known each other for 10 years. So I don't know if you recall this, but he lost a ton of weight.
Yes.
He went down, I want to say like 180 or something. And because he was able to do that, they took him off so many meds. I think they actually even said you don't need to take your diabetes medications anymore. He was probably the thinnest he had been since we were kids, and
that might have been around the time when I met him. Actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then
I don't remember exactly.
You don't remember him being thin? Is
I
that
don't
what you're
remember
saying?
the year. I don't remember the year.
The year, forget it. Yeah. But yeah, that's excuse me, I don't have a frog in my throat. But that's just again just an example of how a healthy diet helps
Yeah, it can
everything.
change everything.
Excuse me.
I agree. Yeah.
Oh, is that contagious?
No, I like to sip my coffee through the show.
I know, but you were coughing too, so I thought maybe I was like.
No, I get a little drip. That's why I always do that. I know, it's terrible.
That sounded like a laugh, though, actually. Now, as opposed to the ha-ha.
Ha.
The
No,
Friender ha-ha.
Yeah, that was yeah. That was not sincere.
Well, it
One of
was. It
my
was sincere
few
fake.
insincere moments, because I'm, in general, a pretty sincere person.
Yes, I
but-
will agree. You definitely are. So these girls were also given daily supplements, including omega-3 fatty acids and multivitamins. Now, so that's actually where I'm going to disagree a little bit with this, because I think whether we're talking about this study or we're talking about anything, everybody's different.
Right.
Because we did this with my daughter when she was younger. We did the omega-3, we did the multivitamins. We didn't do gluten-free, but we tried to do as close to a natural diet as we can get. But again, that's really hard,
It's hard.
and expensive.
It's hard. It's a little easier now as becomes more and more. My daughter, when she was 13 years old, came to me and said, "Mom, I'm not going to eat meat anymore."
Oh wow!
And we're a family where every meal was designed around the meat. So
Yeah.
what's the meat going to be, and then what are we going to have with it, right? I grew up German-Irish household. That's what we did. And she loved it. She loved steak. She loved bacon. She loved chicken. And she just told me one day, and I said, okay. I was supportive, but in my mind, I thought, that's never going to last. Kid never ate meat again. And then when she went to college, she went vegan, which was really hard for me because at least when she's got eggs and cheese and then she'd come home, I had choices I could make. It was really challenging for her to come home Thanksgiving and me try to figure out what she could eat.
Sure.
And then when she had my grandson, when she got pregnant, she went back to the dairy and the eggs. I was so happy. I'm so happy because it's just now I can cook for her,
Right.
But I think I don't even know why I went off on that tangent. Do you know where we were?
We were just, I think, talking about diets and.
So I've been shopping with her compared to what it was 10 years ago when she went away to college, or actually it's more than that. It's like 14 years ago. It's easier to find stuff. Like even the regular supermarkets have plenty of, and
Yes.
any restaurant you go to now has got even not just vegetarian but vegan friendly recipes, and it's easier now than it was 10 years ago.
But it's still expensive.
I guess.
No, you don't think so?
If you go with, if you go the route of, produce and, things like that, it doesn't have to be expensive.
Well, yeah, like, isn't the all natural stuff, isn't that just generally more expensive?
Well, most stuff that says all natural on a label is really not all natural, right?
Well,
so
true,
that's
right.
just,
Yeah, you're right.
And then they go, fat free, but there's 3 times the amount of sugar in it, so it's all just
No,
kind
you're
of
absolutely
bullshit.
right.
But
Yeah, it is.
But if she shops a lot in the produce aisle and she makes a lot of her own stuff, and kind of back to what it was before we had supermarkets. Didn't always have supermarkets. People kind of, so that's how she kind of cooks and lives, and it's fine, it's good, and
Is
it's
she
easier now.
And doing the same with the baby?
No, surprisingly, I automatically assumed he would be vegetarian because they don't eat meat.
Oh, her husband doesn't either.
No, but he does eat seafood. And but they send, he goes to daycare. He has chicken nuggets. One morning I was there visiting, and I had bought some meat and a bunch of stuff, and I can make French toast for them or whatever. But then I'll make some sausage to go with our breakfast. And they say, "Here, you keeping Kean?" His name is Kean. It's an Irish name. You want to try some sausage? And I said, "Oh, you'll let him." I was so pleasantly surprised. They said, "Why wouldn't we?" I said, "I just assumed that because you didn't." They said, "No, he can eat whatever he wants." They don't cook it,
Right.
but if he wants to try it, they're good with it.
So, do you feel a little relief?
So
Because
now
you're not
going to
get
for
in
a
trouble?
Happy Meal. I'm
Exactly.
so excited.
Kean constantly wants to go to Grandma's house. I don't know why.
Yes.
He always wants to go there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, and I know
will say
it.
he's a great eater. He eats every kind of vegetable you could imagine.
Oh,
he
good
eats everything,
boy.
and he self-feeds. It's terrific. It's great.
Well, he's what? How old?
He's a year and a half.
Yeah, that'll change.
I mean, he loves guacamole, and he eats he likes
Guacamole?
tzatziki sauce on everything he eats. Like if you sprinkle a little tzatziki sauce or let him dip, he'll eat anything.
Really?
The kid has an amazing palate because I don't even
Me neither.
eat that stuff, but kid will eat anything. He's great.
Wow.
Yeah. Avocados. I do not like avocado at all. He loves avocado. They slice it up. Oh, kid loves it.
Which is great because again,
Gotta
it's
be
healthy stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm the first to admit. I know it's healthy and meat is bad, but I can't do it. Yeah, I can't.
I know. Me too.
I'm a wimp.
Me too.
I have no problem admitting that.
I try really hard to have balance and not to overeat. But I love fried chicken. I kind of consider myself a connoisseur of good fried chicken. I have big, strong opinions about where it's good and where it's not and what's not.
Do you like Zorn's?
No, I don't.
Really?
No.
So what's your favorite chicken?
I love Popeye's chicken. If I'm gonna eat chicken out.
Okay, yeah.
I used to be Roy Rogers girl, but you can't get Roy Rogers anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And because I work up in Hicksville, so they have a lot this Crown chicken over there. It's actually very well seasoned. They make it good, but
Where's
the white
that?
meat is too dry. It's on Broadway, just
chicken.
south of Old Country Road.
Okay.
So across there was like a medical building there that got torn down.
Oh, yeah,
so
I know
right
you are.
across the street from that.
Oh,
It's in the
okay.
little strip
So
mall
just
there.
past the Taco Bell in that
Yeah, there's
mall
a
right
House
there.
of Dosa there. And
Yes.
so it's
Yep,
there.
I got you.
And they're all over the place. And I had never been to a Crown Chicken, but because it was across the street from work, I would go there, and I was pleasantly surprised at how well seasoned. But not the white meat. The white meat's dry as could be. Like you can only get dark meat because it's dry, super dry.
So this is just like your man.
Yeah.
Such a softball right there.
What? But I love Popeyes. I will tell you, if I go there 3 times a year, it's a lot. So
To Popeyes?
Yeah, I don't.
Oh,
It's
okay.
not like I go all the time, but I love it. I love a good steak. Honestly, a good cheeseburger with some like crispy onions on the top. Oh my god, I love it. Love it.
I'm with
but
you.
I don't have to have the bun. I just eat the burger. I'm good.
Oh, really?
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I'm with you. A burger and steak.
Yeah.
Meat and potatoes. I do it almost every
I
day.
just wouldn't want to live, absolutely, I could, sure, why not? But as long as I don't have to, for me, a pot roast or, anything where the meat just shreds apart, like,
Yep.
oh my God, I love it. Brown gravy on everything in the world would make me happy as a clam.
Mm-hmm. Last Christmas, I smoked a roast.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you thought I was going somewhere else?
No, that's okay. Oh, you smoked a roast, okay.
Oh,
So good,
my
right?
goodness. It was, some of the best meat I think I've ever
Because
had.
it gets so tender. If you cook it long and slow like that, it does.
Yep.
It gets so
Yeah,
tender.
it was like
It's
4 or 5
great.
hours or
Oh,
something.
it's great.
Have you ever played in Amityville? I mean, it's currently called Carney's. It's been a bunch of different things. If you're going south on 110, like past the warehouse, and there's that fork in the road. You get your fork left, and then it's just it's just a few blocks down on the right.
It used to be Candlelight Cabaret or something
Yes,
like that. Yeah.
that's
I
the
haven't
place.
been there, no.
Okay, yeah, it's called
That's what
Carney's.
it is now?
Carney's. I was there over the weekend, and there was a buffet, and they were chopping up, they were slicing some meat. I think I went 3 times to get
Oh, good.
serving.
That's
I
good because you
couldn't
say you
believe it.
don't like a lot of stuff. So that's
Well, yeah,
good.
the meat. If there's meat, I'm
If
happy.
there's meat involved, you're going to eat it.
I don't care if I sit there with just a plate of roast beef. I'm happy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah. So and I know they have a lot of bands there and stuff. So
Okay.
so I'll keep that in mind. They have great food there. Jeff Bosey says, "Good morning, everyone." Bosey, I mentioned I was on. I recorded Peter Bales and Jackie the Joke Man's show yesterday, Stand Up Memories. Peter Bales brought you up, so we talked about you a little bit, and none of it was good. Just want you to know that. Let's see. Oh, so Frank C is saying yes. It's like the GAR score. The lower the score, the better on that. Right. Thank you. Yeah, I had a brain fart with that one. Andy Flageno, so I wonder how Tony would do on that test based on how he's reading it. And you're just a special needs bully, you prick bastard.
Nobody likes a bully.
Yeah. Yeah. Especially one with a big mustache. I don't have that graphic with me. Don't forget, go see Andy Thursday night at McGuire's and vote for him in the Long Island Laugh-Off. Wonder what the cutoff is on that score for what's considered high functioning. Yeah, that's part of what was confusing me too, because I don't know those details.
Where that line is. But that 170, whatever, that's a high number. There's a huge.
Yeah. Well, like you said, though, there's so many. It's such a wide spectrum, and there's so many different levels. And I once had a woman, because I was a special ed PTA president in Wantua, where my kids grew up. Once had a woman come up to me. I almost laughed in her face. She's like, she said, "I need information on the special needs program." She goes, "The school district is telling me my daughter is 40% autistic." And yeah, I almost laughed in her face. Like, And I wanted to tell her,
They
why don't
wouldn't
you go
really
take the
say
test,
that,
honey?
right, yeah.
It's not 40%. It's not like
No percentile.
Oh, it's all
of
like
what-
she's half
like,
autistic.
There's no
and
whole and half. Either you are or
Right.
you aren't. It's just a degree
where you are in the
of-
spectrum.
right.
40%. So like, so half the time, man, she's autistic. The other time, she's great. Like I wanted.
60% of the time she's perfect, right?
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, did you hear what she just said? Oh, today's an autism day. Like I wanted to smack this woman.
Yeah.
Let's see. Paul Esposito is watching. Good morning and good
Hi,
morning,
Paul.
Tony and Diane. Missed you guys. Oh, that's nice. He misses us. Let's definitely hook up for lunch soon. Kermit in your throat. Oh, I said frog in my throat. Okay. Paul, I think I'm going to see you tomorrow, right? I'm going to see Sammy Hagar tomorrow night.
Oh, that you were talking about that when he was here. Okay.
Oh yeah,
I didn't
right.
know. Actually, so we're Facebook friends, and I've seen some of his posts.
Yeah.
And he went to a concert or two since we've seen.
Yeah, I think he went to the Foo Fighters last week. Last Wednesday, I think it was, when the Foos played Citi Field and it got rained out, which sucks. I know, Paul, I believe that's the night you were there, right? The night it rained?
And then I think he was at him, and I think it was him at Jones Beach, like in the VIP section for something.
Yeah, you're right. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Well, Paul...
Man around town. Who knew?
Yeah, he gets around that slut. Yep. He's he knows everybody, and he does a lot of things. And I'm thinking he was a teacher. He's a retired school teacher, but I'm thinking he must be a drug dealer or something because he's got money to spend on concert tickets. No, he actually he's one of those that'll buy like 6 tickets and sell off 3. He's
Pay
one of
for
those.
his.
Right.
I
Yeah.
know that. Listen, that's great if you
Yep.
got the time to do it
And that's actually how I got my Sammy Hagar tickets. It's through Paul bought them.
by paying for his tickets.
Pretty. See, that's the thing. So I pay for his tickets, and then it turns out I'm sitting next to him too. So yeah,
No, it'll be fun. It seems like he's kind of like the guy to connect with. He knows his way around these things.
Well, don't forget. I know Paul because we grew up in Hicksville together. So you can't really
Right,
expect too much from a Hicksville guy.
Yeah.
Billy Joel, Lorraine Bracco, maybe, and Frank Walker, maybe.
Frank Walker, come on.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, Frank's got the niceness, but he doesn't have the smarts. Come on, let's be real here.
That's not true. That's not very
Oh,
nice,
it's totally
Tony.
true. I'm just being real. It's just a fact. I couldn't even get through it.
You couldn't even get through it. I won't let him get away with it, Frank. Don't you worry. I'm on it.
Well, she's on to me. I want her to smack me. That's Vicky's watching. Vicky says Diane's haha laugh sounded like Nelson's laugh from The Simpsons.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't.
We'll
I
have
haven't
to
watched
find it
Simpsons
and
in
play it,
years.
and then we'll...
And Vicky, hope you're well. Vicky wasn't feeling good last I heard. Hope you're well, Vicky. Uh-oh. Fremder posted it. Wow, he's got a big paragraph. I think anything could be reversed with lifestyle change. Unfortunately, insurance companies would rather make money on modern medicine instead of teaching wellness because wellness doesn't make money.
I believe that's true. Yes.
I believe that's true, but I believe that wellness can make money.
But your decisions are I agree. If you can be coached, someone who's a wellness coach
Right.
and can point you in the right direction and show you easy and livable ways to do
Right.
that.
Yes.
Can absolutely. But not the kind of money that, drug companies are making. I mean, that's just...
Well, yeah, true. I mean, it is crazy money, and I was just having this conversation with somebody this morning that it does kill me, and I'm not trying to sound anti-American, but it does kill me how the drug companies and the insurance companies they run this country.
They do.
And this country makes money off sickness instead of maintaining wellness.
It's
It
kind of
drives me
like
crazy.
the tobacco industry too. It used to be, well, why don't we just outlaw cigarettes? Outlaw tobacco. We know it kills because now you have millions upon millions and millions of people employed in this industry, and you can't just wipe it out. Mm-hmm. That's why, and it's the same with drug companies, and there's still really good work being done. There's still progress being made and leaps and there are some really, really good parts of that. And I guess something has to fund that. My own son-in-law, actually, that's what he is. He's a scientist for a pharmaceutical company, and he's working on cancer research, cancer drugs,
wow.
and I know that has to go on, and I know that costs money and teams of people and stuff people don't see. But you know that when the CEOs, the profits are insane too. You know,
Right.
they're not for profit. So
All right, let's see.
who's calling?
Well, your favorite, your stalker, your fan. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
All right, I'm hanging in there. Diane, good morning.
Good morning.
We're talking about the drug companies in the United States.
Yeah.
I take a chemo pill every day. It's called Sprycel. And every month it's mailed to my house. It costs $14,000. The pill is the size of an aspirin. So naturally, I can't afford to pay for this. The World Trade Center program pays for it. All right, and I'm very grateful for it. But I looked up some medications in Canada
Yeah.
because certain medications that I take are cheaper in Canada.
Yes.
And my doctors agree that I can get them without a copayment in Canada. Sprycel in Canada, in the country of Canada, is $11.40.
Holy. And that's for the same amount as the 14 grand?
It's 500. It's 500 units a day I take. It's $14,000 that the government is paying for.
Wow.
Where in Canada, all right, it's just a measly copay.
Right. So really, more than just paying for the drug, it's more of a kickback to the drug companies.
Yeah,
for,
right.
For whatever.
And the bigger kick in the ass, the drug is made in India.
Wow.
Is that crazy? Is that wild?
So yeah, so even at the $11 price, they're probably making a huge amount because in India they're probably getting paid a penny an hour.
Yeah, and it's a little scary that a drug that's supposedly saving my life or extending my life, I should say, is made in India because God knows who's making. A 14-year-old kid that's hasn't taken
Well, you
a
know
bath
what?
in
It's
4
not
weeks.
about ingredients and putting the thing together. It's about the research that leads to finding the right combination of things that will do what we needed to do. And I do get that costs money, but that example, that's an insane example.
It really is.
Insane.
Yeah, and the research was done here. The research for this chemo drug was done by a doctor in Cornell Weill Medical Center.
Yeah.
The guy's name is Schuster, who is in Stony Brook Hospital today.
Wow.
He's a brain surgeon. All right, he's a cancer doctor, but I call him a brain surgeon because he actually researched this medication.
Wow.
So it just goes to show you how screwed up this country is with making money and people that need this medication. God forbid it. I mean, I got lucky. The World Trade Center is paying for it, but suppose somebody that doesn't get this coverage,
They
and
can't
this
afford
is
it.
this
They
is
can't
they
get
can't
it,
afford it. It's crazy.
It is. It's sad.
And you look ravishing as usual today.
Thank you.
All right, I'm sorry. You had to sit in front of Tony or next to Tony and listen to his poop problems. But these things go with the show.
Listen, it's life.
Right.
It's life, right? It's okay.
True. It's true.
I think a lot of the problems with the drug thing is Mr. Gower's fault for screwing up the medication.
Mr. Who?
Mr. Gower. Mr. Gower screwed up the medication, and George tried to tell him, and then he smacked George in the ear. Do you understand what I'm saying to you?
No, I have no.
You don't either? It's
Seinfeld?
a wonderful life.
Oh,
Mr.
he
Gower,
poisoned the-
right? He
oh,
poisoned the thing, and then George
Yes.
tried. So it's Mr.
I
Gower's
watched
fault.
that 3 times a year. I can't believe I didn't get it.
See, I knew.
Yes.
All right, never mind, you people.
And you forgot your fire hydrant. The last week you must have lost your fire hydrant.
No, I didn't. I still have it. I'm forgetting it a lot lately. Yes, you're absolutely right.
Love you guys.
Love you too, pal. See ya. My fire. Yes, I lost. He's referring to this. I had that big.
Oh yeah, they don't like. I know. What is it? They don't like that
no,
cup.
it's
That-
well. I
why?
mean, it is abnormally big, which is the only abnormally big thing I have.
But it's healthy. It's, and it's not
Right.
plastic, and it's,
Exactly.
you're not hurting anybody.
So that's what I said.
Yeah.
It's my bottle. Leave me
Good
alone.
for you.
And this is the plastic is it's really not good.
No.
And a lot of this stuff isn't even purified.
It's, listen, it's coming. They're opening up a faucet in a warehouse, and that's the facts.
It only talking about the drugs and everything else in America, it only has to be 10% purified to call it
Right.
purified water.
Right. And not for nothing, we live in New York. Long Island specifically really does have the best tap water. Pretty much
Yes,
anywhere in the
that's
country.
true. But
So-
but yet you can still taste the difference though between some of this.
You
Some
can,
of these
but I
and
think
the
it's
tap.
good. I think
Yeah.
it's good. I go to Florida or any place else, and
Yes.
would never can't
Yep.
drink it at all. It's terrible.
And I don't know if remember in Oyster Bay they used to have that natural spring, and people would line up to fill
go
bottles.
get water?
And I'm thinking that might be shut. They may have shut that down. I forget now, but.
Maybe.
Mother Nature provides everything we need to live well. Why do you think people in other countries that live off the land live to be 110, 120?
That's true.
Yet
That's
our
absolutely true.
Well, and because we're big music fans, I look at McCartney and Ringo Starr. They're both, McCartney's been a vegetarian since the early 70s.
Right.
That guy is in, a lot better shape than me. He moves around like you would think he's in his 50s.
50s, 60s. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And Ringo also. The guy, and they both look fit. And Springsteen. That guy is still doing 3-hour concerts. That man is turning
I just saw him
75 this year.
recently. I know.
Oh, did you?
Not in person, but I mean, I saw him
oh.
on TV, and I thought, and that was my thought. I thought, wow, he really does look
Tremendous.
and sound good. Yeah.
If I could be half that. I'm not half that now.
You know what? I'm not obsessed. I just try to be balanced. Like I said, I like things that are not good. I mean, literally, I ate a bag. We have a garden in the backyard. I pulled the cucumbers off, and they just monstrous this year. And I slice them up, throw them in a Ziploc bag, and that's what I snack on all day long. Instead
Really?
of chips, because again, I love a good bag of chips, but so I try. And then later on I'll have something. There's always going to be one thing every day that's really not good for me, but I try to do okay.
It's working for you.
Thank you. I try to
I'm no good with
move, get up and run,
Yep.
walk every morning.
being
and
active, right?
Yeah.
I try the balance
Gotta
stuff,
keep
but
moving.
I can't balance.
You're off
anything.
balance.
I'm always constantly off balance, unless I have my kickstand.
You always have a weapon, though.
That's true.
That.
Absolutely right. And it's good because I can actually take it off and insert my foot in my mouth, which I need to do. Fremder's impressed himself for saying something intelligent. Paul Esposito's all excited about seeing Sammy tomorrow. Loverboy is opening.
Oh.
I don't know. I mean, working for the weekend, turn me loose, loving every minute of it, and I don't know. I think
Working for the weekend. That's all you need, really.
Yeah, I guess.
They're just opening.
Right.
Big
That's
deal.
the good
You
thing.
know?
I wasn't just get Sammy on the stage. I'm not big on those guys, but yeah, at least they have a few songs that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Paul is still trying to get rid of 2 tickets for New Jersey PNC. Paul, I thought Sammy already played that. I thought maybe I'm wrong. Paul says I was at the rained out Foo Fighters show. I could do a whole podcast on that. Yeah, that's what stinks. And it's a great show. So you had Wolfgang Van Halen's band started the show. Then the Pretenders played.
Oh, wow.
And then the Foo Fighters. And she's another one, Chrissy Hynde of the Pretenders. She's 73, and you would not know it.
No.
Still sounds amazing, still looks amazing, and what a great
And
band.
where was that show?
This was at Citi Field. Okay. But now the Foo Fighters come out. They do 11 songs. The weather gets too bad. They have to stop the show. But what sucks...
Was there lightning involved? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what... Okay.
And, right, that's the thing. If it rains, they'll usually keep going because there's contracts and a lot of money involved. It's hard to make up these shows. A lot of money involved. But, so, yeah, there's lightning, so they had to stop. And it never... they told people that they have to leave. 11 songs into the Foo Fighters set.
Mm.
But because they played that many songs and because the other 2 bands played...
It's a full concert, that's it.
Right, so you don't get your money back. You don't get partial. You don't get another show. That sucks. I mean, I guess those risks going into it, I guess, but that still sucks.
I know. I mean, and you know what? It's on the artist too, and and then the union, so the people that have to do all this stuff. And I went to a concert years ago. It was probably the early '90s, Jones Beach, and it was John Cougar Mellencamp, and we got to Jones Beach, and it was before the concert started, and they said we have to evacuate the stadium. Everybody, go back down the stairs into the courtyard area, right?
Right, yeah.
Because it's and stay under the covering, and we did that, and it was one of the worst lightning storms I had ever seen. We were, there's the gates, and you can look out into the parking lot from there, and the lightning was literally coming down into the parking lot. It was definitely a dangerous storm. Mm-hmm. Everybody needed to get out of the stadium.
Yeah.
We were stuck there. They wouldn't even let you out the gate to get to your car. You were there. Wow. You were stuck. And it got close to 10 o'clock, and they were talking about they might have to cancel because the union workers and the blah, blah.
Yeah.
Well, turned out, sometime close to 10 o'clock, they let us back into the stadium, and he did the concert, and it poured, but the lightning stopped, and he did the entire concert. He was flying across the stage, like slipping and water everywhere.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
People stayed, in the pouring rain with the beach ball. It was one of the most fun concerts.
Yeah, that kind of atmosphere after all that.
Haven't really seen that. I mean, I've seen Taylor Swift. They say she does the concerts in the rain as long as there's no lightning. And
as long as there's no lightning, right?
Yeah.
Because again, like you said, unions, contracts. There's too much money. I had the same exact thing in 1990. Billy Joel was playing the beach, and 1990 Billy Joel was probably at his peak.
Yeah.
It was actually a fundraiser for something. He wasn't playing. That was a small venue for him at that time. I'll never forget it. I don't even remember where I was going, but I happened to be turning onto the Wantor Parkway from here in Hicksville to go south, and Bob Buckman on BAB announces on the radio, there's a special fundraiser that's for the Bayman that's going to happen at Jones Beach. Tickets are going on sale right now for Billy Joel at Jones Beach. They're going on sale right now. There was no previous announcement. So again, I'm already by chance turning on to there. So I was like, whatever my plans were, I just screw it. I just kept on driving down to Jones Beach. I bought tickets. And so we go to the show. Same exact thing happened. Same thing. We saw lightning hit in the parking lot. They wouldn't let us leave for a little bit, just keeping us there for a while to see what would happen. So we're standing in the wings, kind of near the gates, the front gates.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's
most,
where I was too.
Yeah, and that's where most of the people are, because that's like probably the most, especially back then, the widest area. So we're standing there, and it's probably around, I think it was a little earlier than 10, but either way, we see these guys come out, and they're setting up some stuff on a microphone. So everybody's kind of looking. Sure enough, boom, out of the wings, here comes Billy. And he's right there on the mic, and he's apologizing to everybody. But they actually did cancel the show.
Oh, they did.
They made it for like a week or two later. But they said, if you can't make it that night, please, you can return your ticket. If you have the ticket and you can go, just keep the ticket. To me, that's the way to do it.
Right. It'll be honored. But,
right. But I understand.
It was a one-shot deal, too. Somebody that's on tour. Taylor Swift can't, swing back around. If she's got to go to, Istanbul next week, she's not going to swing back around and go to Milwaukee or whatever.
Last week we had in here, Frank and some other people were in here because they had, this past weekend, they did that Harry Chapin.
I was here for that.
What's that?
I was.
Oh, you were here for that, right? Yes, of course you were. Sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, I'm an idiot.
Yes. No, you're
not. So the show was this past Sunday, but speaking of which, Harry Chapin used to do that. He might have had maybe 3 shows in, let's say, Buffalo. But spread over 4 days. The one night he would have off, he would fly to maybe Baltimore.
And make up one that he had to cancel.
Right. Yeah. Or if it was a charity gig, so he would fly down and then shoot back for the last night in Buffalo. This guy lost a lot of money. Yeah. It's all noble stuff, but he really did. His family seems just fine.
Right.
I don't think they have Graceland type properties, but they're doing fine. But yeah, that guy would fly all over the place to do stuff like that. It was crazy. Paul, he was at the Rained Out. Yes, he was VIP for Third Eye Blind.
Yes, okay.
See, but
I see your posts. I follow you now. I'm like a groupie.
Don't tell him that. Yeah. You're a groupie for Paul?
Just can see.
But VIP for Third Eye Blind? Like, I wouldn't brag about that. And I'm not surprised. Who wants to be VIP for Third Eye
That's
Blind?
probably how you got to be VIP.
Right, because nobody else wanted it. Those guys suck. I never...
You know, I wouldn't pay to go, you know.
No, I wouldn't go.
I might go just for the experience of being at Jones Beach. Listen, the venue's fun.
You're absolutely right about that.
You know, and I've been to some concerts for people I actually really liked and didn't really enjoy the concert, but enjoy the experience. So.
What about the other way around? You ever see somebody you're like, but then after the show you're like, they're pretty good.
No,
No?
because I haven't really gone to a lot of concerts, you know, for people I wasn't excited about to begin with, you know, so.
Well, if I'm going Third Eye Blind, it's because you're going. Paul says, not drugs, contra tickets. Trying to sell. Now you're trying to sell some Sebastian Maniscalco tickets. Where is he playing? The Garden? And he's saying that he bought that my Sammy Hagar tickets were face value.
Where's Sebastian Maniscalco?
I don't know. Is the back door opening? Usually, if the back door opens,
I hear creaking. Oh, yeah. That's scary. Might want to pop that leg off just in case.
I got you. I'll protect. Although I have a feeling you kick ass more than I would.
I probably could, but it would be nice to have a weapon.
Yeah. Now I don't. Unless
you want me to see.
No, we're safe in here. I think. me and Andy, who does the show with me on Fridays once. Well, every Friday, but one time we were in here, and there was a comedian. Yeah, we did something.
That happened
All right,
again.
the program is working. It's just my monitor is now.
So we just can't see ourselves. That's
right.
Okay.
But yeah, my monitor just crapped out.
Huh.
What the hell just happened here? Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to let us know if they can't see anything.
All right, there's
I'm
the
sure
mouse.
Good.
This is. If I go, no, all right.
But it's here. Oh,
yeah.
This is that.
Yeah, but
Okay,
we're
a
still.
little bit of a delay, so we're good.
Yes, but there I am looking at the screen, so we're still on.
We're
but,
good. Okay.
But I won't be able to shut it off when we're done.
Oh well, you know that's I guess a problem we can deal with when we get to
Okay,
it. Right?
yeah, screw it.
It might just pop back on.
And if I need to do graphics I can't see anything. Okay.
Huh.
So I don't even know what I was talking about. Let me read comments. We'll get to Tuesday trivia, I guess. Oh, it's just the exterminator.
Okay. Good.
Yeah. So yeah, he's spraying the building. So we're done. Yeah. So we are safe in here. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, let me see if Paul answered. Sebastian is at MSG.
Okay.
Why, you interested?
Yeah, maybe.
Really?
I think I might be. I'll tell him. I'll message him later. I'll message you later, Paul.
You're going to make her pay face value, I hope. Now he's yelling at me. Stop dissing Hicksville or I will get you ejected from the Sammy Show. All right, Fremder. To get blood pressure down instead of taking medicine, which costs money, you can go running every day, which costs nothing. That's what Frank C. does, he says. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't eat that great, but I limit red meat and no egg yolks and run 15 miles a week. Wow.
Nice.
There are chemicals in the food in this country that aren't even legal in other countries because they're poison. Let me ask what kind of country cares about the human wellness when they allow that. All right.
That's true.
Just calm down. John Rusiello says, I would love to see Tony eat a cucumber. Yeah. All right, let's see. I'm trying to be healthier myself. I just started having egg whites without the yolk, which is good because I love the taste of styrofoam. Oh, right. Oh, that Paul just mentioned something too at the Foo Fighters show, which I think I did mention the other day. It was $60 to park.
Yeah, I think the last time I went to what was the Nassau Coliseum, it was $40. So and when I went to Citi Field too, so it's it's expensive. It's crazy.
Yeah, the Islanders just during the regular season they charge $55.
You pay for parking when you buy your ticket. It's
yes,
it's like $40, and then it's more if you don't pay ahead.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Vicky, we were supposed to see Stevie Nicks and the concert was canceled, postponed until September. But the concert was canceled minutes before the venue was supposed to open. Wow. Paul says, I don't pay for them. Get in there for volunteering for MAD. You volunteer for Mothers Against Drunk Driving? Shouldn't it be FAD? Fathers? I don't know. Oh. So Greg Halverson says it needs oil. Hello, Greg. What needs oil? My leg? I don't know what he's talking
Monitor? I don't know.
about. Yeah, I don't.
Could be any number of things.
This is really kind of freaking me out a little bit. Yeah, all right. From their back door opening, hopefully that's the end to your constipation. Oh, you are operating on YouTube. Thanks, Greg. Oh, that's what I was talking about before. Yeah, one time me and Andy were doing the show on a Friday, and we had finished making a movie. Me and Don Sill, we produced a movie and starring Don Sill, and we filmed it here, and somebody left something behind.
Okay.
Now Andy lives out in Port Jeff. I think this guy was in the Islip area.
Okay.
So he asked Andy if he can bring it, if he can drop it off. And I don't remember what the reasoning was, but it was a good reason. I don't remember what it was, but Andy couldn't drop it off. And the guy got all pissed. And then he was coming at me. He says, well, all right, I'll come to you and pick it up. And I was already out of here for the day. So I told him, what? You're picking on my Mets? She'll kick your ass. She's a big Met fan. She'll kick your ass. Tonight.
Oh, we're going to get you.
All right. You want to bet $1? See who wins? Yeah. All right, you're on. I bet you $1. The Mets, the Yankees have been playing like the Mets. Right. So,
Mets are going to win. You shouldn't even waste your money.
All right, you're on.
If you're on the phone on the radio, I'll put it inside the slot if I lose.
All right, well, don't worry. I'll see you, and I'll come looking for it. See, he's going to spray it with all sorts of insecticides and shit. So he's going to murder me if the Yankees.
As long as he stays out of now. Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy contacts me and he's asking me to bring the take his stuff with me. So he was going to come get it. I said, look, I already left the studio for the day. I said, I don't have your stuff, and not to be a dick, I said, but I'm not going back to get it. And he got all mad. And he wasn't talking to either one of us. It was a whole big to-do over nothing. I think it was a sweatshirt or something.
Okay.
It was nothing. So one day, me and Andy are doing the show, and all of a sudden, the door opened. The door creaked, and then the sliding door opened, and a guy walks in, and he's got a hoodie on. He's got sunglasses. He's wearing a surgical mask.
Oh.
Like you could not see his face, and the hoodie was tight, and he's got gloves. So Andy and I sitting there doing the show. We're joking around, but we talked about it later. Like the two of us, as we're doing the show, we're talking and trying to be funny, but at the same time, we're like looking at this guy. We thought for sure, like,
it was over, right?
I mean, where are you going to go?
Right.
But so he comes in, he just looks at us for a second, turns to the right because the stuff was over there. He grabbed the stuff
and
then
he walked
left.
out.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then so as we're doing the show, we're scared shit. But then at the same time, as we're doing the show and talking, we're both like.
Then did you talk about it and make fun of him?
I think we did eventually go on the air with it. Oh yeah, we were, and we were saying like we were about to be murdered. Yeah, it was that was a strange thing. Oh yeah, Greg is talking about my leg needs oil. Yes, and yeah, speaking of medications and drugs, yeah, that too. That leg is worth more than me, man. It's almost $100,000.
Wow.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay, all right, so. It's 12. I can't see a thing. But you ready to do some Tuesday trivia?
Ooh, let's do it.
All right. Should the Mets, what do you think? Should they be buyers or sellers this year? What do you think? Do you think they should go for it, or you think they should just call it a day and see what they can stock up on young talent?
Oh, you mean it. Oh, okay. I don't know. Listen, I want to get through this season. So I think still rooting for them. I think they're.
So you think they should go for it?
I think they should go for it this year.
All right, cool.
Keep going.
Yep, I'm with you.
Don't give up.
It's
don't give up.
Become a good, exciting year.
If anybody can do it, it's my Mets.
There you go. Truer words are never spoken.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tuesday trivia, folks. Random trivia questions. Please put your answers in the comment thread. Diane's going to take a stab at it. You guys are going to take a stab at it. I'm going to ask 10 questions. I do not give out the answers right away. I ask all the questions first. Then we go back and look at your answers and make fun of them for being wrong. And then I'll tell you the correct answers. If you like to play, first off, if you like to play, put your answers on the comment thread on the YouTube feed. So if you're on Facebook, we appreciate you being on Facebook, but switch over to YouTube because that is where we're looking at the answers. And if you answer these questions and you'd like to see a show at Governor's this weekend, let me know because I can get you into most of the shows this weekend. Not all of them, but most of them. Some of the comedians you'll see on a Governor's stage this weekend. Colin Quinn is playing Governor's this weekend.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Cool.
Steve Rocco, Travis Grant, DC Benny, Mike Tanzi, Allison Chadwick, Dan LaRocco, Ivory Fields, Brian Paul. Just some of the comedians you'll see on a Governor's stage this weekend. And don't forget Andy on Thursday, part of the Laugh Off. All right. I feel I was going to say something else. Oh, well. All right. So Tuesday trivia, the questions, I think, start off kind of easy.
Okay.
And then we kind of get a little bit, not too bad. First question for you, Diane Fogarty, and for all of you out there. What was Angela Lansbury's character's name on Murder, She Wrote?
Oh, my gosh.
That's exactly the reaction I was hoping for. It's definitely one of those where you're like, oh, yeah.
Oh, like, haha, Murder, She Wrote.
Yep.
No, that wasn't the question.
Angela Lansbury.
Mrs. Potts.
I like that one. You get credit for that.
That's going to be my answer because I do not know the answer. I don't remember what her name is.
Question number 2. What do biologists wear? Now, is your son-in-law considered a biologist?
I would imagine so.
What would your son, as a biologist, wear to work on casual Fridays? You're going to smack me when you hear the answer.
Okay,
I guarantee that. All right, another nice, easy one. Name the cartoon series that features comedic fights between a house cat and a mouse.
Tom and Jerry.
No brainer. Freaking love Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Oh,
I love it.
Best. All right. I hope you know this one as the wonderful singer you are. Who are known as the Bad Boys from Boston?
As the wonderful singer,
It's a music question. Who are known as the Bad Boys from Boston?
I don't know the answer.
Do you want to take a guess?
Yeah, but I'm going to keep
All right,
on.
okay,
And
that's fine. We can go back to it. Absolutely. Okay. Name the 60-foot sculptures at Mount Rushmore. Basically, who's up
who
there?
were the presidents?
Yes.
Washington, Lincoln, Jefferson, and Roosevelt.
That was good.
Teddy Roosevelt.
You had to think
not
about that.
Franklin Roosevelt.
Another music question. Who had a #1 hit with Mac the Knife?
Bobby Darin.
Well, you jumped on that one.
Love it.
You know you're Bobby
Favorite.
Darin. All right, getting a little harder here, and the questions as well. Which continent is the driest? Which continent is the driest?
I'm going to say Antarctica.
All right, good answer. All right, probably one of the toughest questions I will ever ask.
Or Australia. Could be Australia, but okay.
You sticking with
Go ahead.
Antarctica?
I'm going to stick with Antarctica, yeah.
Okay. Very tough question. When did Thomas Jefferson die? It's a very...
Been to his house.
What?
Monticello, I've been there.
I said, oh, well, yeah, but I said when. When did he die?
Like a year?
Yeah, a date. Yeah, a date. It's a very ironic
Yes,
answer.
I'm going to say July 4th, Oh, let's just say 1876 because I no, but I don't think sure that's wrong. But
Final answer.
yeah.
Okay. Next question. What is the definition of the word alfresco? ALFRESCO.
Oh.
Alfresco. What is the definition of the word alfresco?
That's interesting because I hear it all the time, but what does it really mean?
Something you do quite regularly. Which I'm sure that does not help you at all, but I'm going to say it anyway. It's an adverb.
I don't know. I mean, I can't. I feel like I kind of know, but I can't
All right.
even articulate it.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I don't really agonize over things I don't know. I just move on to the next thing I don't know. I don't care. I really don't.
care.
And
This
you
is
might
stupid.
look it up down the road so that I do know the answer, but I don't worry about it right now.
And then I'll just forget it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, last question, ladies and gentlemen. Eating, kind of goes with everything we were talking about today. Eating certain foods before sex may support longer sex and stamina.
Mm-hmm.
So name 2 foods.
Pineapples, I believe. I don't know. Wait, what is the thing? Stamina and what?
Stamina and, well, basically it's longer sex and stamina, which, I don't know, to me that's,
I don't
you can't have one without the other, really. So.
Yeah, I don't know. Pasta? I have no idea. I do not know the answer to this
Steak.
question at all.
All right, pasta and pineapple.
No, pineapple has another significance,
No, I don't. Tell me.
Really?
No, of course. I just
Okay.
wanted to hear you say it.
You do want to hear me say it, and it's not good. But just let me tell my sister, Mom can't watch this one. Don't show it to her. So apparently, it gives the semen a sweet taste. So it's good to eat pineapple before a blowjob.
I kid you not, Diane Fogarty. I once knew a girl that who could tell you what you ate from that. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
And then I talked to a guy
I don't know
who
if I
verified.
believe it. I just heard it somewhere.
Good follow-up.
It's not, from experience. I'm just saying. That's what I heard.
Whew. All right, I need another second here.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Don't be. You got nothing to be sorry about. Not at all. I forgot where I was. All right. All right. Question number 1. What was Angela Lansbury's character's name in Murder, She Wrote? Mrs. Putz. Diane.
No, Mrs. Potts.
Potts.
Beauty
Potts.
and the Beast.
Yes.
The
Yes.
Beast.
I said Putz by accident. I wrote Putz by accident. I like Andrew Fremder's answer. He says Paul McCartney. What time Thursday is Andy's show? Oh, I think it's probably 7. I think it's 7 out at McGuire's in Bohemia. All right, now I think everybody else who answered this got this right. Although I only see John Rusiello. Really? Vicky, are you gone? And Andy's gone too, I guess. All right, well, John Rusiello got it right. Jessica Fletcher.
Yeah, I wouldn't have known that.
That doesn't ring any bells now?
No, it doesn't even ring a bell. I
Wow.
can't even say, oh, yeah. No.
That was one of those shows that, that was the old people
I caught
show.
it bits and pieces,
Ugh.
but it was not something I ever watched on
No.
any kind of regular.
That's when I went into my room to do something
No.
else.
Yeah.
While Mom and Grandma sat and watched
Mhm.
that. Okay. What do biologists wear to work on casual Fridays? A casual hazmat suit.
Jeans, G-E-N-E-S. Jeans.
There you
It just
go.
came to me. See how things come to me?
Nice. She's good.
I wasn't there. I wasn't in that frame of mind when you asked the question before, and then it just popped into my head
Well,
just now.
you
I
talk
think
about
it's the way you asked it, just kind of nonchalantly, and I realized it was a joke.
Well, and you know, talking about the pineapple, and
I got
then
you.
you said it just came to me. So
Yeah.
Yes. Biologists wear jeans to work on casual Fridays.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That's my stupid answer. Name the cartoon. I don't even need to ask this question. Everybody knows it's Tom and Jerry. Although Fremder said the Walker Brothers. But yes, everybody got Tom and Jerry. Yes, very nice. Who are known as the Bad Boys from Boston? Frank Carafalo got Frank Cafora got this correct. Where'd Paul go? Did Paul disappear too? Paul would have gotten this.
I know the answer. New Kids on the Block or something like. No, who is with Marky Mark? With his brother. Can't think.
I have another word after the Woo! This is the best show of my life.
When you said, because honestly, it was a music question, and when you said Boston before, my first thought was Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, and then you threw me off because you said it was a music question, and I just
You're still nowhere even near it.
Okay, go ahead.
Aerosmith.
Oh yeah, no, I wasn't there at all. Oh, I wasn't even close.
Yeah, New Kids on the Block,
No.
Aerosmith. No, and it's not Mo, Larry, Curly, and Shemp either. Said Fremder. All right. It's weird. I'm just getting the question. I'm getting a lot of answers out of order here, so I'm just kind of trying to keep track of everybody. Okay. Name the 60-foot sculptures on Mount Rushmore. Go ahead. You got it.
Washington, Lincoln, Jefferson, and Roosevelt.
Very nice. Frank C. got that right as well. Fremder, Shannon, Lois, and Brian Elephant Show. What in the world is he talking about? Sharon Lois. And Bram Elephant Show.
Oh.
I have no idea what he's talking about. I have no idea what that is.
Skidamarinky-dinky-dink, skidamarinky-doo. I love you. That's what that is.
That doesn't help me at all, but that was awesome. What show? It was that
I
was
love
what?
you in the morning and in the afternoon. I love you in the evening and underneath the moon. It's a kids show.
Oh, and that was the name of it?
Yeah.
When we were kids?
No, my older kids were kids.
Oh, all right.
I think.
Yeah, and that's in between me and my kids. So I'm not familiar with that. I don't know what. Wow, but that was. I love when you sang to me like that, though.
Really?
Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Okay. Yes, and those are correct, by the way. Those you got the correct answers for the Mount Rushmore. Who took Mac the Knife number 1 on the charts?
Bobby Darin.
Oh, you're kicking ass today. And then who got that right? Somebody else got that right. John Rusciello got that one. Okay. Which continent is the driest? Fremder says the one between my ex-girlfriend's legs.
Ouch.
Wow. Frank C. got it right. Diane got it correct. Thank goodness you did not change your answer to Australia.
Well, I went with my first gut. I mean, I know Australia is dry, but I just felt like Antarctica had to be.
Yep.
I can't see it raining, even really snowing there. I think it's just ice.
John Rusciello got that correct as well. Okay. When did Thomas Jefferson die? Diane said July 4th, 1876, which would have been the 100th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence.
That's why I said it.
However.
I know. It was wrong.
But you're not too far off, to be honest with you. You're not too far off. Let's see. Andrew Fremder says he died a long time ago. All right, that makes sense.
He's right.
Frank C. says July 4th. Somebody else said it too. Oh, John Rusciello says July 4th. Frank Cafora got it correct. July 4th, 1826.
Okay.
So on the
50th
50th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence that he wrote,
that makes
that's
sense.
when he died. That's kind of weird, isn't
Yeah.
it? And then to make this even weirder, President John Adams also died on July 4th, 1826.
Wow.
Yeah, that's really kind of screwy, right?
That is.
Yeah. See, you learn stuff here. It's an educational show. Just like this next question. What is the definition of the word al fresco? Diane,
I would say plain, or
plain. All right. So I'm glad you came up with an answer, but that's incorrect.
I just like to, it's definitely wrong if you don't answer it. So.
Well, that's true. John Rusiello says eating outside.
Oh, right.
Fremder says to touch yourself before you leave.
Because I was thinking cafe al fresco. What does that mean? I think he might be right. You eat outside.
That's kind of
Okay.
It's kind of right. It's not necessarily. I guess it can be eating, but it's basically anything that takes place or that's located in the open air.
Okay.
So that's why I
That
said
makes
you do it
sense.
kind of regularly
Good.
because you sing sometimes.
I do.
outdoors.
Yes.
So
okay.
that's
There you
and
go.
I knew that
Good
wouldn't help you,
clue.
but I tried. Yeah, not really. Yeah.
I just didn't know the answer, so you can't make somebody know the answer, no matter how much you try to
I tried to
feed me the
yeah.
answers, Tony. It's not always going to work.
Unless we're on the $100,000 pyramid, then I have to try and get you.
Yes.
I bet you we'd be good on that show.
I think we could be.
Yes. I don't know why. Okay. Eating certain foods before sex may support longer sex and stamina. Name 2. Diane said pasta and pineapple.
I love how you laugh every time you say it.
I do.
I don't know. Pasta makes sense to me because
Why?
you carb up for activities,
Oh, okay.
right?
All right. That's good.
I hear people carb up for activities.
I mean, I don't have that. That's not one of the answers I have, but that does make sense. Rusiello says oysters and watermelon.
Oysters. I've heard that.
Okay.
But that's like sex drive. I think oysters, right? Give you a sex drive, not necessarily stamina.
All right. Fremder, cock and puss. Frank says salmon and beets.
Huh.
Oh, he also says oysters. Oh, and he actually went back to ask his wife, and she knew the biologists wear jeans. Okay. Oh, and he also knew Bobby Darin. Oh, there's Paul. He said Aerosmith. Oh, sorry, I went out. Couldn't figure out how to comment using the phone. See? The Hicksville education. See that? I guess it rains down in Africa. Oh, Paul. Jefferson died when he stopped living. Frank C. Correct. Jefferson and Adams died the same day. Right. Okay. So, all right. So we have oysters. We have salmon and beets. Oysters and watermelon. All right. Oysters is on the list.
Mm-hmm. I should have known that. I've heard that
Yeah.
before.
Bananas. Dark chocolate.
I might have heard dark chocolate too. I've never heard bananas.
I think I have heard dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Avocado and nuts provide essential nutrients for sexual function.
Okay.
Watermelon contains citrulline, which may enhance blood flow, which I guess helps with an erection.
Oh.
So John Rusiello, he nailed it.
John's got it going on, huh?
Well, yeah, because
Man.
he's eating watermelon. Overall, maintaining a balanced diet and hydration is crucial for optimal sexual performance. All right.
There you go.
There you go. So you actually did pretty well.
Did okay.
Yeah.
No, I
One,
think I got
2,
three or
3,
four.
4,
That's it.
5, 6.
I got-
I'm giving you credit for Jefferson
Yeah,
dying
that-
because you got the year wrong, but so what?
Yeah, I mean, had I had like time to think it through, I mean, I knew it was too late because he couldn't have lived that long. But
What about White Castle? Says Paul. Yeah, I don't think so. And now he's yelling at me. I think for the Hicksville education comment, he wrote "stop" with an exclamation point.
wow,
Wow, Paul, get a little sensitive.
Taking it
with the
personally.
Hicksville. Yeah, Paul, you don't even live there anymore. What do you care? I'm not picking on Wantor, although I could. But, all right, so we got 5 minutes left. Are you performing this weekend?
no, I have a private party on Saturday.
Oh, all right. With Dave?
And it turned out I wasn't performing last Friday when I plugged it. I was on it was on my calendar. I had been asked, but then it wound up being somebody else, and I just let it. I saw him post it with somebody else, and I said, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm not doing that." So I went and played poker. It doesn't matter. It's Friday night. it was no big deal. And then I didn't want Dave to feel bad, like he dissed me, because he didn't diss me. He probably just got confused, and so that.
But it was his mistake, not yours?
Oh yeah, I went back and looked at the text. He asked me if I could do the date. I said yes.
Wow.
And I put it on my calendar. And it's funny because then I plugged it here, and I thought, I plugged it here, but
That's messed up.
no, it happens. He's got a lot going on. He's
Sure.
So
But did you tell him?
No.
Really?
Because I knew it would only make him feel bad, and I didn't want him to feel bad because it wasn't a big deal. I just went and played poker.
Does it get any nicer than you, Diane Fogarty?
Well, I always think when I'm going to say something, how's it going to make that person feel, and how do I want them to? I didn't want him to feel bad about it, so there was really no point in even mentioning it.
Seems
What?
You guys should be more like Diane. This world would be a much better place. Wow.
But
All right.
yes, I'll be doing a private party with Dave on Saturday with the Electric Dudes. So
Well, you better double check.
I'm not even sure where yet.
Well, that would help too. But you should double check in case he booked somebody else.
It's okay.
No, it's not.
It is. It's fine.
I got problems with this.
Don't have problems with it. It's all good.
All right. All right. So we're gonna get out of here, and then I have a feeling I'm gonna be here a while because I gotta.
He doesn't know how to shut it off. You guys are going to be watching him.
Totally making
I'm
fun
going
of
to be
me.
long gone, and he's going to be frantic trying to shut. You should just pull the plug or hit the power thing and.
I might have to. It might come to that. I am going to try and fix it. I guess I'll keep the mic on and I'll just keep going.
Keep talking until you figure it
Until
out.
I figure it out. You know what? I guess I'll start doing that now as I'm
Yeah, because you have 4 minutes. You might just make it.
So let's see. So today is Tuesday. There was no Hershey and the Keys tonight. They were supposed to be on, and then Keegan, that son of a bitch, he took a comedy gig tonight. So if you want, go see Mike Keegan at the Engelman Theater in Northport.
Oh.
There's nothing going on here, so I can promote another comedy show. The Engelman Theater in Northport. Go see Mike Keegan. Eric Haft is a part of it. There's some great comedians playing that tonight. So go see that. But Let Them Cook, a superhero podcast, that is on tonight. That's at 7 o'clock. So be sure to check that out. And then, of course, Coffee with the Dog tomorrow at 9 a.m. I'll be here with Mike Kaplan tomorrow morning at 11. And I think we have a guest. So we have a guy. So Billy Joel's playing his final Madison Square Garden gig. Is that tomorrow? Or maybe it's Thursday? I think it's Thursday. So there's a guy. I think I may have told you. I have my friend Elio Pace. He's a musician in England. He's one of my closest friends. Mm-hmm. So I've gone to see Elio a million times over there in England to perform, and I've met his family and friends. So there's a guy named Edmund Woods. I don't know what he does for a living, but he flies here. He's a huge Billy Joel fan. He flies here often to see the garden shows. I've met him over there at Elio shows. But he posted last night that he's in New York because he wants to see the last show at the Garden, and he posted that he's actually staying in Hicksville. Oh. And then he posted he had trouble finding his way to get to the Airbnb that he's staying at. So he posted a picture of the cab driver that got him. He went through some drama, but the cab driver finally got in there. So he posted a picture of the cab driver, but you can see the Airbnb behind him. I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, son of a bitch, I know that house. So I wrote to him, and I gave him the address. I said, are you staying at this house? And he goes, yeah, as a matter of fact, that is. So I told him, I said, if you look out your back window, you will see an empty parking lot, behind the house, which is on the next street over. I said, right across the street from that house is where my mother is.
Oh, okay.
I said, you are literally around the block from my mother. I said, I'm in Hicksville. I said, I'm 5 minutes away from you. So I said, you got to come on the show. I said, let's talk about England. Let's talk Billy Joel. Let's just have some fun. So I think he's coming in tomorrow.
Cool.
So yeah, that'll be kind of fun.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's good.
So that's that. All right, now.
Do you have that British accent?
Do I?
Does he?
Yeah, he's.
I'm gonna have to tune in. I love that.
It was actually. Oh yeah.
I just love that.
Oh, I'll have to work on my English accent for next week, there, mate.
Okay, love it. That's Australian.
Was it?
But that's okay.
Well, you touched me anyway, so mission accomplished. Let's see. Bloody hell.
Bloody.
This Diane
hell.
Fogarty, she likes the accent.
Bloody hell.
Bloody.
There's all different, there's like
Right.
proper British, and then there's Cockney,
Cockney,
and
right.
yeah, all that. So
That's what I was trying. That's what I was going for.
Art-
Bloody
art-
hell,
yes.
yeah.
That would seem to suit you better, I think, than this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You seem to suit me better than Diane Fogarty. Oh, we're still on the air. Yeah, and it was really weird when I met this guy. I met him last year when I went to go see Elio play, and Elio's been on this show a million times. You would think I was a celebrity the way this guy reacted to meeting me.
Oh,
I mean,
really?
he also
That's nice.
had several, but he
That's,
was
you know what?
freaking
When
out.
you know somebody that virtually but not in person, it is exciting.
I will say, I mean, that is not. It's really not my purpose for doing the show. Like, I don't care about that kind of thing.
Yeah, I know.
But when it
It
happens, it is kind of cool.
It's cool. It's a little uncomfortable, don't you find?
Yes.
Like, yeah, I find that
Very.
too. I find that too.
Very uncomfortable with that.
For me,
but-
anyway, I don't
Yeah.
like.
I don't mind talking about like the ins and outs, or maybe talking about some of the some fun moments, or certain
I'm
guests.
very
But
comfortable just talking to people. I mean, I can
Right.
go to a place. I don't have to be entertained. I can go to a place where there's going to be all strangers by myself without somebody with me. I don't, never say, oh, I won't go there alone. I will
Yeah.
walk into a room of people I don't know. And for the most part, perfectly comfortable with that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can strike up a conversation with anybody, but that's just more about kind of being friendly than anything else.
right.
But I don't have that, like I need to be seen thing. I
Right,
don't
yeah.
really need
I
to
don't,
be
and I do.
seen.
I
I don't
get
need
totally
people
uncomfortable
to know.
with the compliments.
Or making you feel like somehow you're like better than or above. That makes me all very uncomfortable. I don't
What
feel that at all.
when I mentioned going to Carney's this weekend. It was my wife's high school reunion, so that's what I was there for. I'm hanging out, and yeah, I'm one of the spouses that was dragged there, and I don't know anybody, but it's the things we do for sex. I'm kidding. But I get to talking. There's another guy there who whose wife, so he doesn't know a soul. So of course we get to talking, and he just out of nowhere, it was like. I couldn't keep a conversation going the whole night, so there was plenty of dead spots where the two of us are just sitting there watching everybody
like
walk
waiting
around.
for it to. When is this thing going to be over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, he just goes, "So what do you do?" And I just everything you just said. It's weird because to tell people I work at Governor's, it's not your typical. Oh, okay, good. Oh, yeah, I know a guy that does
But it is kind of
that.
a big
But
deal. They're like, that's really
right.
cool.
So this guy,
Right.
really, and he's like, "Do you know this one? Do you know that one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I do." Oh, that's great. And what do you do? So I tell him about the studio and so we have the we have the reunion, and then the next morning they also had a breakfast. Mm-hmm. So we go to the breakfast the next morning. I see the guy. He comes right up to me with his phone. I take that back. So the night before, when we're still talking, it's probably about an hour later, he shows his phone to me. He goes, "That's your show?" Like he had it on YouTube.
No, yeah.
I was like, "Oh shit!" I go, "Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it."
that's
He
it.
goes, "I'm gonna watch." So I'm like, "All right, thanks. I appreciate." Like,
That's cool, though.
But that's the
It is
uncomfortable
cool.
part that you're talking about.
It is the uncomfortable part.
So then the
but
next
then
day-
it's also cool. Like,
It
there's
is
a part
very
of you
nice.
That appreciates
That's
it.
the
It's not
goal.
that you
We
don't
want
appreciate it.
Absolutely right. We want the exposure. We want people to watch.
Right.
So, but then the next morning,
And we want them to enjoy it. So
Well,
that,
yes.
that's the thing.
and he comes right up to me at breakfast. "I watched Friday's show." He goes, "I'm definitely going to check out that Peter Bales." He goes, "And I'm going to watch your show more often." I was like,
That's
and
great.
Love it. Very, very flattered. But again,
I know.
but this guy works in risk management. So like I always feel the need like I need to reciprocate, but how?
Right.
I'm going to manage my risk. Like what do you do?
Oh,
Like
I know.
I'll send you
But
a
I
dollar.
think-
Like I didn't know what to do.
But I don't think you need to. I think you've already done it, right? So
Right.
because he is excited about you, and now he's got a connection to you, and whatever
Right.
that is, and you maybe don't feel worthy.
Absolutely.
So
Right.
that's the uncomfortable part because you don't feel worthy of that attention, but
Yes.
you've already done the thing that you needed to do. By he's
Right.
just happy to have some kind of a connection.
And that was the thing. When I went to England,
Good for you.
sure. See now I'm comfortable. And that was the thing at this show in England. Like this guy was freaking out, but I think it had to be a double digits the amount of people. "Oh, you're the guy. You're Tony from America. We saw Elio on your show." And I'm like,
Oh, see that?
it
Cool.
was kind of cool. And
That
then
is cool.
and then the last story I'll tell you. I've told this story before on here. I was at. You ever go to the Iridium? in the city?
No, I've never been.
I love this place.
I've heard good things.
But before they open the doors, you have to wait outside.
Mm-hmm.
And it's right there. It's right next to the Ed Sullivan Theater.
Yes.
And then
Okay.
the's that famous diner that's right next door.
The
Stardust.
The Stardust Diner
Stardust
where
Diner.
they sing.
Right.
Yes.
Yes. So we're outside, and a group had to be like 30 high school girls come out of the Stardust Diner. Some kind of trip, because you could see there's maybe 7 parents, that are supervising. But they all stopped to take a group photo. And, the parents are gathering in front of them to take the pictures. And me being me, I get around the back of them. In fact, I was gonna show, if I can get the screen working, I did that at my wife's high school reunion over the weekend. I photobombed some big group shot, and I was going to show you. But I did this outside the Stardust. So all these high school girls, and there's me in the back. Finally, one of the parents, a gentleman, he yells, "Hey, hey, hey!" So, okay, no problem. Joke is over. I'll gladly get out of the way and let you guys take your real pictures. So I start to walk away, but he's, "Come here, come here." And now I'm like, oh, shit, is he going to want to fight? Is he going to yell at me? Like, for crying out loud. I walk up to him, he goes, "Come here." So I'm like, now I'm thinking he's going to hit me. So I lean in, like kind of brace myself, but then he leans in. I swear to you, he goes, "I've seen 3 of your murder mysteries. You guys are hilarious."
Oh, that's great.
And I swear to you, this is all true. I was like, holy shit, thanking him.
You just never know.
I walk away. I get back online. My ex-girlfriend was waiting online. We go back online. So now I take my spot online. She sees somebody she knows, so she walks away. Now, and this is only 5 minutes later. I get a tap on the shoulder, and he goes, "Are you Mr. Walker?" That freaked me out too. I guess I'm paranoid or something, because then I thought somebody's suing me, like somebody's going to hand me. So I just turn. I'm like, "Yeah," and he goes, "I love your podcast." It's like, holy shit! And then my ex-girlfriend at the time was hosting with me. Well, ex-girlfriend at the time. No, she was my girlfriend at the time.
Okay.
She's not, but sorry. So she comes walking over, and he gets all excited. He goes, "Oh, Sally's here too!" And she's like, he goes, "Can I get a picture with you guys?" Like, "Yeah, sure." So we're standing there, but he goes behind the camera. So I go, "Shouldn't you?" He goes, No, I just want to take the picture of you. Like,
oh, wow.
Okay, so Sally and I are standing there. We're like, this is very
just
weird.
that he met you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wound up on 2 people's, famous people we met in New York list that day.
I guess so.
Good for you. That's cool.
I don't know.
I know,
but it did freak me out.
It feels weird because you don't feel worthy of that kind of attention, but it is cool that people recognize. Or like what you do. That's the thing. If they went, "You suck, dude," like that
right.
would be different. But
that's the comfort zone that I bring it to. Like this means they enjoy the show.
Right.
And
exactly.
That's the payoff.
Right.
John Rusciello, my favorite show is Tuesdays. Thanks for a great show. Yeah, I'm with you.
It's my favorite show too.
From to Billy Joel's next hit song, "I Wish Tony Kissed Me That Day Underneath My Bike." Did I tell you that story too? Yeah.
Yes.
I hope he's not
That was your
saying
bad friend moment?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So, do you want to? You can stick around if you want. I don't know if you have to get back to work. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there when I get there.
All right. Cool. So, so don't forget govs.com as well. All the great shows happening. I read the shows. Oh, and I went through all the shows here too, right? Yeah, I did. Yeah. Let Them Cook, a superhero podcast tonight at 7. Right. And then Coffee with the Dog, me and Mike tomorrow with maybe this guy from England. His name is Edmund, which is very...
Edmund. That's very British. English.
Edmund,
I like it.
Edmund Woods.
I'm going to listen.
I'm going to
listen.
Oh, we'll say hi to you.
I'll be there. I'm going to try. I'll
right.
try to comment. I'll be at work, but I'll try to comment.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. So now the last...
And let's go Mets.
Let's go Mets.
Woo!
So tonight we are not rooting for the Yankees.
I have to get them to. I have to now go to work and get everybody to bet me.
Oh, are you taking bets? Yeah.
Yeah, because they wouldn't remember last time they wouldn't do it the first night and the Mets won, and then I made them bet me the second night and I won some money, but I missed out on a night, so now I'm going to make up for it.
I'm going to make $1. All right. I have to bend over. I'm just because I have to unplug.
All right,
Something's
unplugged. I'll try to control myself.
Well, no, that you do all you want. I didn't want you to think I was doing anything funky over here.
Oh, stop!
I just
please,
because I have to plug in. Because I think I might know the problem.
You might know what happened.
Maybe, because this screen pulls up a signal sometimes from the monitor, and sometimes I'll put the governor's logo
I would
there.
Be so lost.
And I
I'm
think
so glad
there's
I
a
don't
signal
have
crossing
to do
here.
any of this stuff.
Oh, believe me, I am an idiot with this stuff. I am such a novice, which is why we have a guy that does this stuff.
There you go! Yay!
That did it.
It's a magic.
Wow,
That's great.
I look smart right now.
You do look smart.
Paul,
Because I
take it all back about the
lost.
Hicksville education. I take it all back. All right, so now, you know what? Screw it. Then I'll show you some of these pictures then. So there's the high school reunion picture with me photobombing in the back.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, I had all sorts of pictures from the weekend to show everybody. Yeah.
What high school was that?
That was MacArthur High School from Levittown.
Levittown.
My wife graduated in 1984. So this was the 43.
I graduated in 1984.
Oh, from where?
West Babylon.
West Babylon. Did you have a reunion?
It's going to be in September.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's my wife. My wife, I was shocked she even wanted to go because she didn't know probably like 65% of the people there.
You know, I haven't gone to all of them. But I do connect with some people on Facebook, and it's local. It's in Lindenhurst this year, so
Right.
it's nearby. And my sister won't go though.
Really?
I reached out. I said, "Listen,
Are you twins?
We're twins.
Oh, really?
We're twins. Yeah, identical twins."
See, it just keeps getting better and better with Diane.
You know, it's interesting when I watch this back at night.
Yeah.
Because we watch it on the TV. You know, and
You see how she moved back when I said this?
It's weird to me because, you know, my whole life people would say, "Oh my God, you guys are so much alike. You sound alike." And we don't see it at all. We don't
really?
get it, and our kids don't get it. And
But you do look alike or
now
no?
when I watched, I watched it,
I love
I
that.
swear to
Yeah,
God, I think
idiot.
I'm watching her.
Really?
I sound like her, the mannerisms. And she's probably going to say, "No, you don't. I don't sound like that and look like that." But to me, in my mind, when I watch, I think I'm watching her.
Oh,
It's
wow.
weird.
Yeah.
Very weird.
Well,
I never saw it before until this.
I'm with you because me and Frank aren't twins, but
Wow.
other than the shaved heads, I don't see any resemblance between me and Frank.
We look alike. We have lots of times. I mean, if somebody knows me really well, and then she comes into the room, you know, they might be like, and I'm not there, then they might think for a second, "Oh,
Right.
wait, why is she not saying hello?" And then they realize, right? But I mean, I did that thing out on Music on Main Street in Farmingdale 2 weeks ago, and
Right.
so many people came up to me and said,
That was an al fresco.
Debbie, I had no idea. And I said, "I'm not Debbie." You know,
But you
and
probably get that a lot, though.
we
right?
do,
Or
and
not?
she used to manage a gym, and she would get it all the time too, and
Yep.
you know, and she'd say, "No, I'm not who you think I am." You know,
Wow.
we both get it a lot, and but just don't see it. But then when you have people who either know us both or see us together, then they
Yeah.
go, "Oh, now I get it." But
And sometimes with kids, you'll get like if you're calling somebody and the son answers the phone and they say hi, but not real. They think it's the guy they're calling, not that guy's son. Like that happens
yeah,
a lot.
right.
Yeah.
The voices are similar.
Yeah. Yeah.
So even the grandchildren, the babies, her granddaughter. One time, you know, like a couple when they're babies and they know her, she's been holding them.
Sure.
Then I'll hold them for a minute, and then you feel that moment when they look up and they realize. I don't know if it's the smell.
Sure.
Infants, no.
Oh, I totally
and they
agree.
go, like, "You're not my Nana."
Right.
Even
And then
though
they get freaked out, right?
They get a little freaked out,
Yeah.
and so that's a
Yep.
that's a thing.
It's kind of like when they first see themselves or kind of realize, you know, like see themselves in a mirror and then like, what? Like they realize it's
Right.
them, but they don't know how this is happening.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So my sister has no interest in going to that at all. Like zero. I said, "Come on, I'm going to buy you a ticket." No.
Really?
No. Have absolutely no interest.
When I graduated in '88, and I didn't keep in touch with a lot of people.
I didn't either
right.
at all
But
until
then, like you said,
Facebook
Facebook.
happened, and all of a sudden you're going,
Yep.
"Oh my God!"
And that's
you know?
exactly what happened.
I noticed. Actually, I'm looking at the list. They keep posting the list of people who are going to be there, and one of them was my boyfriend
Oh,
when
boy.
I was 11. Right?
You had a boyfriend at 11?
No. So your boyfriend, like, they ask you to go out, you say yes, like, and I didn't even want to do it, but like, there's a lot of crowd of people around you, and it's like a big deal. And basically, all it means is like you hold hands when you're walking down the hallway.
Yeah,
but
right.
it like was so stupid. And he's going to be there, and I thought that's weird. I don't even remember seeing him since that time. Like,
Oh,
but
boy.
we were 11, so like any embarrassing things you did, all you have to say is you have kids. You know what 11 looks like, right? That's how old we were. So
Right.
stop. You know.
But he's going to come to you. I never stopped thinking about you, Diane.
not at all.
I
It's
love
not,
you.
because then high school happened. I was nobody.
Oh,
But
you were somebody.
no, not in high school.
Well, you'll be somebody this year.
I don't know about that, but it's fine.
I loved the reunions.
My
Yeah.
30th reunion, my band played. I played at my 30th
Oh, that's cool.
reunion at the Salt Shack. It was Cedar Beach, the beach hut.
Oh, yeah,
then,
yeah.
But yeah, our 30th, and my band played that, so that was kind of fun.
That is
Going
fun.
back for that, but 40s.
I think Frank did that for one of his. He actually put a band together with other classmates.
I think I saw when
Yeah.
he did that. Yeah.
Yeah. I love them. Because once Facebook, I reconnected. So many memories came flooding back. Stuff I hadn't thought about in years. To the point where, like, I was really kind of overwhelmed. And then realizing how much I did love it. Mm-hmm. And I reconnected with people where I'm like, why did I lose touch with some of these people? And then at the reunions, and tell me if you experience this, I end up hanging out and spending time with people that, if you told me back when I was in high school,
weren't even your friends back then.
I mean,
absolutely.
I'm one of those who knew everybody, but
Absolutely.
but they weren't my
because
hangout
you,
friends.
Through social media and
Yeah.
stuff, as you get to know people, you get to know who they are as adults, and those are the people
Yes.
you gravitate towards, and they weren't necessarily
Right.
who you gravitated towards
But
in school.
I do find that there's a connection, though, even though we're now more years apart than together, but there's still a bond. And I heard some guy say it at my wife's reunion the other day. He said the same exact thing. There is just some kind of bond, I guess, because you're growing up together. You've been through so much together.
One quick story. It's going to take like a minute because
Okay.
I know we're running out of time. But I had so my first grade teacher was Mrs. Thielman, South Bay School in West Babylon. She was my first grade teacher. She was from Lithuania. She had a little bit of an accent. And then in middle school, when you go to middle school now, for all the elementary schools kind of come together, right? So now
yeah.
you meet kids from the other schools you
Right.
didn't know back. And her daughter was in my grade, so I came to. She had the same last name, and she said, "Oh yeah, that my mom was your first grade teacher."
Right.
So we kind of had that friendship through middle school and high school. We weren't super close friends, but we did a couple of sleepovers together with other people, and I always liked her. She was great. She went on to Princeton, became a big wig lawyer,
Oh,
New
wow.
York City lawyer. Terrific. There was no Facebook, hadn't really connected with her. I'm doing a jam in Belmore at the Bad Moon Saloon. This was Belmore or wherever, but in Nassau County. Bad Moon Saloon, there's a jam. It's like 12 years ago or so. And she sees me posted on Facebook. I guess we had just reconnected. She comes to this thing.
Wow.
And we rekindle a friendship. And with her ex-husband, she was there with her ex-husband, who they, still did things together because they had a son together.
Oh.
And then they wound up remarrying, had a big bougie wedding out in the Hamptons, beautiful,
Very
and my
nice.
band played.
Oh, nice.
Because she used to bring her sister to see me, and her sister, she had two special needs sisters, and they would come, and I would let them come up and sing with
Oh, that's
me and
nice.
stuff. So we had it, and so that was really, really nice. I got to see my first grade teacher again.
Oh, that's
She actually
cool.
came to Venetian Shores to see me play a couple times, and I would just be shocked. And my first grade teacher, now I'm 50.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
And then after her mom passed a couple of years ago, she was going through some of her mom's stuff, and she pulls up this card. It was the Easter card that I gave her in Valentine's card that I gave her mom in first grade when I was 6 years old. She goes, "Can you believe my mom saved this?" And she sent it to me, and it's got my handwriting in it and everything. And I'll show you next time. Remind
Yeah,
me,
I'd
I'll
like to
bring
see
it up.
that. Yeah.
She put a post on Facebook of all the things my mom saved. Diane Fogarty, look at this one. And and it was just gave me goosebumps.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can still see
Yeah.
my handwriting.
I
in
can.
It,
Yeah, I can totally get that. Yeah.
6
That's
years-
a
6
cool
years old.
story. Yeah.
So you reconnect.
That's cool.
It is cool.
That's really cool. Yeah, John Rosiello says, "Wow, there's two of them. Be still in my heart." All right, we're getting out of here. Thanks for sticking around.
Oh, my pleasure.
See you next week.
Always fun.
And because of you, the magic, it worked, and we got the screen working. None of that would have happened if Diane wasn't here.
We all knew. We knew. He warned me that this might not even happen once I got here. So
well,
how
and I
exciting.
need you to like leave some of your aura or something so that tomorrow
my
and the rest of the
juju,
week.
my good
continues to work.
juju.
That's right.
Okay, you got it. All good juju for the rest of the week.
Have a great day. Enjoy.